So, and before starting, I would like to tell a few points like how I teach. Okay, because every student is different and every teacher is different, right? So
Yes.
basically, I'll be teaching you, and if you feel like you want to give me any suggestion or any other method which is easier for you, because I'll be teaching you, but at the end of the day, it's matter what you are getting, right? So you can just
Yes.
add on like, ma'am, this will be easier if you teach me like this. Okay,
Yes.
suggestions
Yes.
are always welcome. And one thing is that in my class, I don't believe in taking screenshots or asking you people to take screenshot and make your notes on your own. No, if you are coming for 1 hour class in my class, then I'll help you to learn in the class. Instead of just making notes, I'll help you to learn in the class, because each and every hour is very important, right? It's not coming to
Yes.
class and taking screenshot and going back. No, it's coming to class, and your motive should be that if you are coming to economics class, you are going to learn something in the class. Okay, and this should be
Yes.
your motive, and definitely we'll work together, and definitely whatever your weak points are, we'll just work on them as well. We'll pour extra efforts over there, and at the end the result will be always good. Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, let's just start. Basically, we have two books. One is macro and one is Indian economic development, right? So in
Yes.
macro, basically, see, every book is different and every subject is different, right? So macro, four things are the requirement. One, concept. Next, theory. Numerical and diagrammatic approach. Okay, if you are good in all four, then you can score very, like, you can say score good marks in macroeconomics. Okay,
Yes.
but for Indian economic development, there is no numerical, there is no diagrammatic approach. There are only two things: theory, concept. Okay, so you should be very good in theory and concept, only then you can score well in Indian economic development.
Yes.
Okay, now, of course, there are different units and different chapters, right? So basically, we'll start with national income and related aggregate. National income, what you are going to study over here, how much a country is earning, right? How much
Yes.
a country is earning, and what are the approaches? How can we calculate what they are earning? So everything you are going to study. And as you told me, you are good in numerical. So this chapter is like one where you'll get 60% of numeric. Out of 100, 60% will be numerical, and 20 will be theory, and 20 will be concept. Okay, so
Yes.
you can score very well, and it is one of the highest scoring chapter as well, like 10 marks are there. Okay, next is money and banking. Money and banking, you'll be study like what is money, what are different types of money, what are the functions of money, money supply, money creation. In banking, you'll study different types of banks, and the units, the terms which we use in bank, and how
Yes.
bank controls the credit creation, everything will study. Okay, and here, like, you will get 20, you can say 10 to 20% of the numerical portion, and rest will be your theory and the concept. Okay, that's why this unit is just for 6 marks. Okay, next is determination of income and employment. This is one of the highest scoring chapter. Why? Because all the four things are here. Your concept should be clear, your theory should be good, your numerical should be good, and plus your diagrammatic approach. Like, you should be explaining everything with the help of graphs and table. Okay, so you should
Yes.
be good in all the four things. Only then you can score 12 on 12 in this unit. Okay, and this is going to, like, whatever theory you are writing, you have to explain that theory with the help of that diagram, the graph, the tables, right? Only then I can understand what you are writing, and only then your examiner will be able to understand. That's why this is of 12 marks. Okay,
Yes.
next is government budget and the economy. Government budget, see, for example, it's your birthday. Of course, you'll be preparing a budget that, okay, I'll be getting 500 rupees from my mother or father, and 100 rupees I'll be utilizing in my cake, 100 rupees I'll be giving treat to my friend, 100 rupees I'll be taking new clothes, like that. You are going to prepare a budget, right? And similarly, a country is run or ruled by a government. So of course, government have to make plans, right? That, okay, this
Mhm.
much money they'll be utilizing in this sector, this field, like that. So government budget and the economy. In this unit also, you will get 30% of the numerical. You can say 20 to 30%, and rest will be your theory and concept. Okay, and this is of 6 marks. Okay. Next is BOP, which is balance of payment. Of course, there should be a balance. For example, whatever amount you are getting and whatever money you are spending, there should be a balance. Everything
Mhm.
should be in balance way. So how government make a balance, and what is the balance of payment? Whatever you are exporting, whatever you are importing, there should be a balance. Whatever you are giving, whatever you are taking, there should be a balance. Okay. So that's why we'll study everything. Similarly, same like that, 20-30% will be numerical, and rest will be theory and the concept. Same 6 marks. Okay. So this is what we are going to study in macroeconomics. And Yusuf, I would like to tell you, instead of making long-term goals, you should make short-term goals. Now, what is long-term and short-term? Long-term is basically your exam, your question paper will be for 80 marks, right? You are going to write the exam for 80 marks. So you will be thinking that I'll be scoring 75 plus. Of course, there is a, of course, we have some goals in our life. So you'll be saying 20%, like, ma'am, I want to score 75 and plus. But basically, what your goal should be, because you will be writing your exam once you are done with the syllabus, right? So right now, your goal should be short term. For example, if I'm teaching you money and banking, this chapter is for 6 marks. Okay. So your goal should be that for money and banking, I'll be scoring 6 on 6. No matter from where the question will come, no matter what difficulty level will be there in the question related to money and banking, I'll be scoring 6 on 6. Your goal should be short term right now. Okay. And whenever I'll be taking your test, your goal should be that I'll be scoring. Of course, I'll be taking tests for per unit. For example, if I'm teaching you money, I'll be dividing money and banking in 2 parts, money and banking. Okay. So if I'm taking your test for money, your goal should be that, okay, I'll be scoring 10 on 10 or 20 on 20. This should be your short-term goals. For every test, for every assignment, your goal should be, I'm going to approach each and every question and I'm going to score it. Why you can, like, we should feel that, okay, this is the final test. Instead of taking the test lightly, you should take the test like this is the final test. Okay. Okay, great. Next, okay, so this is basically the macroeconomics part.
Yeah.
This book is for 40 marks, and if you are making your short-term goals 10 marks, 6 marks, 12 marks, definitely you are going to score 40 and 40. Okay.
So these are the only chapters in macroeconomics, right?
Yeah, these are the units basically. It's depend on the book. In books, basically they have divided, for example, this national income, they have divided in 3 chapters. Okay, these are the units. Okay.
All right.
It's depend on the book to books, and of course different authors have written the books, right? So they have divided it accordingly. Okay, but these are the units. Okay. Yeah. Next, moving to Indian economic development. Basically you will be getting 3 units here, but of course they have chapters, sub chapters inside. So first is development experience and the economic reform. You told me that, ma'am, I haven't done that LPG and all that. So basically those are the economic reform. Now basically what this unit is all about. India was under the colonial rule. Okay. After 1947, India got independence. In 1947, got independence. When you are under someone, Yusuf, you are always being tortured. Nobody lets you grow. So similarly, we Indians were under the British rule. So Britishers never let Indian grow. They always torture them. They always pressurize them. So what we are going to study over here, what was the condition of Indian economy when India got independence? Okay, the independence and after the independence. And once we got independence, definitely we will grow, right? Just a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, so sorry. So basically, we will be studying that what was the condition of India at that time. Okay, like of course the condition was like we can say worst condition. Of course, industrial sector was damaged. Industrial agriculture sector was not good. Everything was not up to the mark. Okay, this is what you will be studying. What was the condition? And after that, of course, once you are free, you will grow, right? So that is economic reform. Reform is basically forming again. Okay, what we started again. Okay, whatever we were destroyed by the Britishers. Indians were destroyed. But now we will reform. We will again regenerate ourselves, right? So basically for that, we'll be bringing lots of policy like LPG, liberalization, privatization, globalization. So all these policies were adopted by the Indian government or the policy makers so that India can grow. Okay. So whole this story, everything will be covered in this unit, and this unit is for 12 marks. Of course, it will be divided in different chapters according to the book. But at the end, this is a whole unit. Okay. What was India like at the time of independence or when we got freedom? And after that, what was the thing? Like how India started growing, the economic reforms. Okay. Yeah. And next is current challenges facing Indian economy. Current challenges facing Indian economy is basically, that was the story. In the first unit, you study about the previous thing, like what was and what they did. But now currently also India is facing lots of problems like poverty, all that thing. So in second unit, you will be studying each and every point. There are, you can say, lots of challenges like poverty, demographic structure, infrastructure, lots of problems. So current challenges you will be studying in the second unit, which is the highest scoring one, 20 marks. Okay. And next is third unit, which is development experience. See, once you grow now, there is a comparison. For example, you are getting your results. Of course, there will be a comparison that your brother got this, your sister got this, or You can say your cousin got this, your friend got this, or your neighbors got. There is a comparison. Being a student, we know that comparison is always there. Like we are open for the comparison. There is a comparison, right? And even not only about the people, but also we compare that in maths we got this much, and for economics we got this. Okay, if you got good marks in maths, then maths is your favorite subject, right? So there is a comparison always. So similarly, when India started growing, India started development, there is a comparison. So will be comparing India with the neighbors, right? The China, Pakistan, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, all the neighboring countries will say how India is growing, how they are growing. So there is a comparison. Okay. So this is interesting, and this is just for 8 marks because there is nothing more to do. 8 marks. Okay. Now basically, most of the students, as you told me that ma'am, numerical portion is good, but theory part we need to work. Most of the students, they feel very confident about this Indian economic development. Why? Because they think this is a story and they'll be writing it, right? But be very careful, because this is not your literature subject. This is economics, subjective subject. Instead of literature, this is subjective, right? So you cannot write a story that, okay, this was happened at that time, India was this. You are not going to write all that thing. Here, your concept should be there. You should be writing the fact. Instead of the story, you have to write the fact. You have to learn things. Most of the students just read the things, just read the books, and after that, they know the whole story. And they write it in their own language that, okay, this was making a story. But examiner won't be giving you marks. No matter whether you write for 5 pages or 6 pages, you will be getting only 3 marks out of 5. Why? Because you are writing a literature. In economics, we need fact. You can your data, like whatever you are writing, there should be like India's economic development was this. There should be some, fact as well. There should be some data as well, that it was the ratio was this in 2011. In 2021, the ratio is this. You should include all those things. That will make your answer more, attractive, or that will attract the examiner. Okay, this person being an economist is basically you should be related to data. So whenever you are writing an answer, you should include the data, right? The percentage or the ratios, all that thing. That will make, and that will help you to fetch good marks. So always there is a very thin line between literature and subjective one. Okay, so you don't have to cross that. Don't make this subject, this book or this subject literature. This is a subjective subject and not a literature book. Okay. So basically, whenever I'll be teaching you, I'll be asking you, I'll be telling you that this is the most important line which you have to include, no matter what. Whether you learn it for 100 times, whether you revise it for 100 times, but this line is the most important thing. Whatever you're writing, that's fine, but this line should be included. So you have to include that line. Okay? Yeah. So basically, similarly, this book is also for 40 marks. Now coming to project work, your project is for 20 marks, which you'll be getting from your school. Like any topic will be given to you, and you will be, doing the things on your own. Like making a project on any particular subject. Like you can choose on your own. Maybe you chose government budget and the economy, or you choose BOP, whatever it's. Maybe you chose, current challenges, and you are choosing poverty, any particular topic. So it's totally up to you, and you'll be making a presentation over there and the project. And of course, there will be a Viva in your school. Depends on school to school, right? So, yeah, any question for the syllabus part?
No, it's all clear with me.
So basically, of course, a challenging one plus the interesting one, but we'll try to make it interesting. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. So Yusuf, I'll be giving you 5 minutes to write this down. I hope you are making a fresh register for economics.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
Yeah. So basically, first page should be your syllabus. You'll be writing syllabus, and then part A, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units and the marks. You can skip the periods one. Okay.
All right.
Because I don't believe in periods, because I believe in whatever I'm teaching you, if you're getting in, no matter whether I'm completing in 10th class or the 20th class. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. And then part B, these things. I'm giving you 5 minutes to write it down. Okay.
All right, sure. All right. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. So basically, Yusuf will be starting with money and banking. Okay. So
Alright.
just give me 1 minute. I'll just share my screen and start. Okay. Is it visible?
Yes.
Okay. So basically, in most of the book, it is like they take money and banking as a whole one chapter. Okay. But I have divided this in two chapters. One is money and one is banking. Okay. Why? Because of course, once we are done with money, we are done with the money concept. I can ask you, I can take your test. Okay, and it will like help me to know that what like how much whatever I have taught you, you are getting it or not. Okay. So basically, we'll be doing this unit in two chapters. One is money and one is bank. Okay. Is it fine?
Yes, sure.
Yeah. Okay. So firstly, money. So now first thing is that what we are going to study in money chapter. Okay. So money chapter first we'll study money, then we'll study meaning and the function. What is the meaning of money and what is the functions? What are the functions of money? Okay. Then we'll study about supply of money and the components of money, money supply, like currency held by the public and then demand deposit by the commercial bank. All those things we'll be covering in the money chapter. Now coming to money creation. Money creation is one of the most important topic of this money and banking unit. But in most of the book, money creation is taken as money chapter, and in most of the books, money creation is a part of banking chapter. Okay, but we will be doing money creation by the commercial banking system in the money chapter. Okay, so you will be writing first. You will be writing the intro part like this: Unit 2, money and banking, and then you will be writing money chapter money. These things we are going to cover: money, meaning and function, supply of money, currency, and all that. Till here, like till banking system, just write it down. Okay.
Alright. Yeah, I'm done.
So let's just start. Okay. So basically, first we'll be doing the meaning and the definition of money. Okay. So Yusuf, just tell me what do you understand by like what is the difference between meaning and the definition?
Uh, Definition is like how we define like sort of currency. Like money is sort of currency which we use in our daily life.
Okay. And
And
meaning?
Meaning, I'm not sure.
Okay. So let us. There is a very thin difference between money and I'm sorry, meaning and definition. Okay. So let's just take an example. For example, this is an apple, right? Just bear with my drawing. Huh? I'm not so good in that.
So it's a
Okay. So this is an apple. Okay. So basically, now let's just take meaning. Okay. Meaning. So I asked you, Yusuf, what is this? So you said, ma'am, this is a fruit, right? I
yes.
asked your friend that what is this? He also told me, ma'am, this is a fruit. Okay. I asked my friend, what is this? That person also told me that this is fruit. Okay. So basically, and now coming to definition. So I asked you, just define this. So you told me that, ma'am, this is very sweet fruit. Okay. Your friend told me, ma'am, this is red color fruit. Okay. My friend told me this is very sour fruit. Okay. Maybe some other person told me that, ma'am, this is red and orange color fruit. Okay. So see, now meaning and definition. Meaning is basically what the thing is. Okay. It can be like meaning, you cannot change it. Nobody will tell me, ma'am, this is a book. Nobody will tell me, ma'am, this is a pencil. Right. Everyone will tell me, ma'am, this is a fruit, this is a fruit, this is a fruit. So this is the meaning. Okay. Of this particular thing, this is a meaning. Right. But
Yes.
when it comes to definition, definition is basically defining. You are defining it. I'll just say, according to Yusuf, this is a sweet fruit. According to Yusuf's friend, this is a red color fruit. According to me, this is a sour fruit. According to my friend, this is red and yellow color fruit. Sorry, orange color fruit. Okay. So definition is basically how you are defining it. Definition can vary according to person, right? According to me, it can be anything. According to you, it can be same. The same thing, but everyone is defining according to their perspective, according to their criteria, right? But meaning
Mhm.
will always remain same. Nobody can tell me, ma'am, this is a book, right? Nobody can tell me this is a pencil. Nobody can tell me this is a house. Everyone will say this is a fruit. So that means meaning will always remain same. But definition, it differ from person to person, right? Definition, according to you, it can be something. According to some other person, it can be something. According to some person, it can be anything. Okay. So whenever we write definition, we write like this. According to Robertson, according to Kent, the name of the author who has given the definition, right? For example, if I'm writing your definition, so what I'll write, according to Yusuf, this is this is a sweet fruit. Okay. According to Yusuf's friend, this is a red color fruit. So according to, I'll be mentioning because you have given the definition, right? And definition differ from person to person. Everyone can define things according to their need. Okay. Getting it? Now it is clear, meaning and definition.
Yes, yes.
Meaning is basically the general thing. Okay. Meaning always remains same. But
Yeah.
definition changes according to person. It's the how you are defining it. Definition, defining how you are defining it. Got it?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So basically, first we will do the meaning of money. Okay. For example, if I ask you, Yusuf, introduce yourself. Okay. Just tell me myself. You know, in childhood we used to do myself, right? There, what we used to do. My name is Sanna. I study in class 10th. I like my favorite color is pink, like that. Okay. So similarly, that is a meaning, right? If I told you that Yusuf, introduce yourself, so what you will be doing? Basically, your name, your class, your subject. This is what you will be introducing, right? So
Yes.
similarly, when I ask you what is the meaning of money, basically you are introducing money to me, right? So you
Yeah.
have to mention all these 4 points. For example, if I asked you, Yusuf, introduce yourself, and you started with, I study in class 12, I have this and this subject, that's it. So of course that was an incomplete intro because you didn't mention your name, right?
Yeah.
Similarly, if when I ask you what is money, and if you miss out any of the point, for example, you miss the store of value, you miss out the standard of deferred payment, that is the incomplete meaning of money. Okay. Right. So you have
Yeah.
to mention all these 4 points, and this should be on your fingertips. Okay. So first, what is money? If I'll ask you what is money, simply you will say money is anything which is generally accepted as. So money is, there is, for example, if I saw draw a fruit, so you'll say this is a fruit. But money is, you cannot say, you cannot define money. You just have to say money is anything. Okay. Which is
Mhm.
generally accepted as what? Medium of exchange. Second, measure of value. Third, store of value. Fourth, standard of deferred payment. Okay. So these 4 points should be in your mind. Medium of exchange, measure of value, store of value, standard of deferred payment. Okay. And right
Yeah.
now you must be wondering, ma'am, why you have written 2 points with blue color and 2 with purple color. There is a reason behind that. I'll just tell you. Okay. So
Oh,
first, what you will write meaning of money. Money is anything which is generally, if you want to make a note of meaning and definition, side by, you can write meaning remain same, definition differ according to person for your knowledge. Okay.
sure.
Because in exam hall, nobody will ask you what is the difference between meaning and definition, but for your knowledge. Okay. And after that, you will write money, meaning of money. And then money is anything which is generally accepted as 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, write it down and then you will tell me. Of course, you'll using the slide or you'll be telling me what you wrote. Okay, got it, Yusuf?
Yes, yes. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. So Yusuf, tell me what is the meaning of money?
Meaning of money is anything which is generally accepted as a medium of exchange, measure of value, store of value, and standard of deferred payment.
Good. Okay. So basically, we'll be making notes in the class itself. Okay, I'll be giving you time. No need to take screenshot. Nothing. Just make your notes in the class and just remember one thing. For example, you are making notes. So you will be recalling the things. Okay. For example, I'm making notes. Money is anything I'm writing and I'm reading it side by side. Okay. That helps you. Like there is a your productivity level will be rising. Okay. So just do that. Okay. Now coming to the definition. So basically there are two definitions. You can write any one. I'll explain both the definition and whatever suits you, whatever you feel like you can recall for a longer period of time, just write that. Okay. So basically there are two authors. One is Robertson and another is Kent. So Robertson. According to Robertson, money is anything which is widely accepted in payment of goods. So Robertson was a economics. He told that money is anything which is generally accepted worldwide. Widely means all over the world. Okay. And if you want to make any payment, then you cannot tell that person that take my mobile phone, take my charger. No, you just have to give them the money, right? So Robertson said money is anything which is widely accepted in payments of for goods. Okay. Or in discharge of other kind of business obligation. For example, you are starting a business. There also you need to sell something, you need to purchase something. Okay. But if you don't have money, there will be lots of problem, right? So if you want to remove those obstacle or those problem, simply you need money. Okay. So according to Robertson, he said money is anything which is widely accepted in payments for good or in discharge of other kind of business obligation. Whatever the problem there comes in business obligation, just to discharge that, we do that. Okay. Got it?
Yes,
Robertson?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now coming to Kent. Kent was very clever. He defined money from taking words from the meaning. Okay, so what
Yes.
he said money is anything which is commonly used and generally accepted as medium of exchange or as a standard of value. You remember when we did meaning of the money, there was
Yes.
these stuff, right? So he was very clever. He defined, but he didn't use all the 4 points. He used only 2 points and he made his own definition. Okay. So according to Kent, money is anything which is commonly used and generally accepted as medium of exchange or the standard of value. Okay. So these are the
Yes.
two definitions. These are the two scholars. You can write any of them. Okay.
All right. Ma'am, how long is the duration of the class?
You have to go somewhere.
No, I'm just asking, like, normally how.
Yeah, so basically today is the intro class, so we'll just cover for 45 minutes. I won't be teaching you so long, but from next
uh,
class, I'll be teaching you for 1 hour. Okay.
all right, sure. Fine. All right, I'm done.
Okay, so which one you wrote, Robertson or Kent?
Kent.
Okay. Kent is, you can remember both the things, meaning plus the definition. It is easy.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay. So now we'll quickly move to the functions of money. Okay. So basically, as I told you that there was a reason behind writing all these things, two with blue and two with purple. So this was the reason. So if I'll ask you, Yusuf, what do you understand by functions of money? Yeah, what are the functions of money? So you will tell me the answer like this. But ma'am, there are two functions of money, primary function and the secondary function. Okay. So in primary function, basically medium of exchange and measure of value are included. And in secondary function, store of value and the standard of deferred payment are included. Okay. So
Yes.
yeah, so that's why these two words like M&M, primary function, and SNS, secondary function. Okay. So just
Yes.
draw this table. And after that, I'll ask you what are the functions of money. So you will answer me like this. Ma'am, there are two functions of money, primary function and the secondary function. So primary functions include medium of exchange and measure of value. And secondary function, store of value and standard of deferred payment. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, and one more thing, Yusuf, as you have done this chapter in your school, so if you feel like there is any definition which is easier and you can learn that, go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not
All
asking
right.
you to whatever I'm teaching you, just remember that. Yeah, of course, if you feel like that definition is easier, you can always go for it. Okay.
All right. Sure. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. So Yusuf, tell me what are the functions of money?
Ma'am, there are two types of functions of money. The first one is primary function, and the second one is secondary function. In primary function, we have medium of exchange and measure of value. And in secondary function, we have store of value and standard of deferred payment.
Good. So basically, I won't like if you want, I can continue, but if you don't want, I will be stopping here. So just tell me, what do you want?
It's fine if it's like more 15 minutes, I guess. So like you can continue.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Then we'll do primary function and we'll do secondary function in the next class. Okay.
All right, sure.
Yeah.
No problem.
Okay. It's very easy, and I'll just it will be I guess 10 more minutes. Okay.
All right.
So basically coming to primary functions. Okay. So first is medium of exchange. Okay. So why now coming to the definition? Thing is, this is the most basic function of money. As today, exchanges takes place in terms of money. I have mentioned here as today. So why I've written as today? There is a reason. Why? Because earlier there was no money, nothing.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so there was a barter system. I hope you are aware of this, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, there was a barter system. So there was lots of problem with barter system. For example, this is one person, this is some other person, and this person is selling oranges, this person is selling coconuts, and this person needs coconuts. So what he'll be doing, he'll be going to that person. He'll be asking that I need 1 kg of coconuts. He'll be giving 1 kg of oranges in return of 1 kg of coconuts. Right. So this was the
Mm.
barter system. Like in place of good, In exchange of goods, you will be getting some other goods. Okay.
Yes.
But with barter system, there was a problem. For example, I
Lack
don't want,
of something.
there was a lack of double coincidence. Why? Because, for example, I don't want to sell my coconuts. I don't want in return the oranges. So I won't be selling my coconuts to you, right? So you have
Yes.
to find the perfect partner or perfect person who is willing to take your product and who is willing to give his product, right? So there was a lots of problem, but with money, this problem like ended. So this is the most basic function of money, this medium of exchange, as today all the exchanges takes place in terms of money, right? And money helps in buying and selling of goods and services. If you want to buy something, you simply have to go to supermarkets or any place, just give them money, they'll be giving you things. Okay. And if you want to
Yes.
sell something, for example, you want to sell your mobile phone, that
Yeah.
person will be giving you money, and in return you will be giving the product to him. Okay. And
Yes.
services, basically goods are basically the products. Okay, this is not a good you are getting in your notebook, good yourself, no, these are goods, basically the products. Okay.
Yes.
And services are basically, for example, you went to you were not well, you went to the doctor and he treated you, the treatment is a service, so in return you paid the fees to the doctor, right? So these are the
Yes.
services. So basically, if you want to buy something, if you want to sell something, goods and services, you basically need money, and money is like this medium of exchange is a basic function of money. Why? Because today all the exchanges takes place in terms of money, right? And money helps in buying and selling of goods and services. Okay. Got it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Second, measure of value. Measure of value is basically, for example, this is something. This is of 200 rupees, and the same product, this is of 300 rupees. Okay, the brands, there is a difference in brand. If I'll ask you which product is more valuable, first one or the second one, which one is more valuable, Yusuf?
The second one.
Yeah. Why? Because why? How come you know? Say the size and everything is same, but by checking the price, you came to know that this one is more valuable because this is expensive, right? So
Yes.
money help you to measure the value. Earlier there was a barter system. So for example, see the price of coconut, 1 kg coconut is different, and the price of 1 kg oranges is different, right? But earlier there was no measuring thing. So what was happening, for 1 kg of coconut, you were getting 1 kg of oranges. So there was like everything was equal. There was no value. You cannot measure anything. Why? Because there was no instrument for that. But
Yes.
measure of value, money measure value of goods and services and helps in sale and purchase of our goods and services. Money, because of money, you can measure the value of any product or services, and because of that, it will be easy for you to sell something, right? Help in sale
Yes.
and purchase. And if you want to purchase something, it will be like you can check the price tag, okay, 200 or the 300, and then you can decide whether you want to purchase it or whether you don't want to purchase it. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
this is the first line, which is very easy, that money measure the value of goods and services, which helps in sale and purchase of goods and services. Now, second thing which you are going to remember is through a story. For example, this is a supermarket. Okay, you went there, there was a nice jacket. Okay, you went there, you asked the person, the salesperson, that what is the value of this jacket. So he told you the price. That sir, this is of 500 rupees. Okay. So you said, okay, I really liked it. I'll be purchasing it. You went to billing counter and there he told you to give the money, and there you gave money. Okay.
Yeah.
So what was the story? Basically, first you asked the value. Okay, what is the value? That person
Yeah.
told you the price. You check the
Price.
price, and when there comes the billing part, there you paid the money. Okay. So now
Yes.
the story goes like this. The value of each good and services is expressed as its price. Okay. Or if you don't want to write as its price, you can write in terms of price. Okay.
All right.
And the price of all goods and services is expressed in terms of money. Okay. So what is happening? Value of each goods and services is expressed in terms of price, and the price of all the goods and services is expressed in terms of money. Getting it? Value
Yes.
is
Yes.
expressed in terms of price, and price is expressed in terms of money. Okay, got the
Yes.
point? So
Yes.
this is how money help to measure the value. Okay, so
Yes.
I hope this is clear, that money measures value of goods and services, which help you to sell and purchase something like any good or any services. And now then the story, that value of each good and services is expressed in terms of price, and price of each goods and services is expressed in terms of money. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. So basically, medium of exchange, basic function, and because of that, you are able to purchase something or sell something, and this always helps in exchange of goods and services. Okay.
Yes.
And measure of value, anything, if you want to, money helps in measure of value of goods, measuring the value of goods and services. And because of that, you can easily purchase or sell something. And then the story that value of each good and service is expressed in price, and price is expressed in terms of money. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's clear.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It
So
was.
basically, first you will be writing primary function, medium of exchange. Just write it down and let me know. Then I'll scroll it down. Okay.
All right. Yes, I'm done. Yes, I'm done.
Okay. Great. So basically, we are done with the primary function. We'll be starting with the secondary function in the next class. Okay.
Sure, sure.
So just quickly revise all the things we did, like the meaning, definition, and the functions. And let me know if you're facing any issue.
All right. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. So Yusuf, any query? Any issue?
No, it's all clear.
Okay. So any suggestion for that? Like, ma'am, you're going too fast, too slow, or any
Mm,
strategy which
No,
you would like to add that, ma'am, this is how you can teach, it will be better.
no, it's perfect to be honest. Like, yeah.
Oh, great. So, Yusuf, this is your preferred, what is your preferred timings for the classes?
Yeah, this is like a good time, like every day, right?
Okay. Like your preferred time is 4 to 6, right? I think so.
Uh, like,
You are
yeah,
in
if
India right
it's,
now or out of India?
I'm, no, I'm in Kuwait.
Okay, you are in Kuwait. So basically, from Indian time, it's 2.5 difference, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
is it fine if your class, if I conduct your class for 6 to 7,
Yeah, it's fine.
6 to, according to IST?
IST 6 to 7,
Then it will
two
be,
and
I
a
guess, 4:30,
3:30,
3:30, yeah.
3:30. Actually, I actually go to gym from like 2 to 4. So like,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Uh,
Okay, okay. Then I guess this one 7 o'clock is fine, right? It will
yes,
be 4:30, right?
yes.
Yeah. Okay, okay. Okay.
Uh,
So Yusuf, yeah, we'll be meeting in the next class. Okay.
so which is tomorrow or like because you guys
Mm,
have weekend, I guess.
I guess today was a weekend, Friday. We,
Oh,
yeah, today was a weekend, but yeah, I wanted to take your intro class because there's a set mark that okay, you know me, I know you. So there's
yes.
something like that. I can plan the entire week. So basically, hopefully, I guess maybe not tomorrow, maybe on Sunday,
Yeah, sure.
right? Yeah. So basically, I guess there is a two time slot like Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, one time slot, and the second batch is like Monday, Wednesday, and I guess on Thursday or Sunday, something like that. They'll just inform you. Okay.
All right, all
So
right,
maybe not today and maybe day after tomorrow. Okay.
all right, all
Yeah.
right,
Okay, sir. So it
all
was
right.
amazing talking to you, and don't worry, we will learn everything and we'll grow together. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Bye bye. Yeah. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye bye. Take care. Good
Mm,
night.
You too. Good night.